Abandoned. At 70, how a forgotten elder's letter exposed a billionaire family's dark secret. A shocking true story from 2024 that will change how you see wealth, family, and redemption forever. You might think you know what loneliness feels like. But have you ever sat in a room filled with photographs of smiling faces that no longer remember your name? Have you ever checked your phone every morning for 3 years, hoping that today might be different? That today someone might call? Margaret Chen knows that kind of loneliness, and she knows something else too, a secret that would shake the foundations of one of America's wealthiest families. But let me tell you how this extraordinary tale began, dear reader, for it is not without a certain irony that the story I'm about to share unfolded in the gleaming towers of Manhattan's Upper East Side, where wealth flows like water and secrets run even deeper. At 70 years old, Margaret Chen had become invisible. She lived in Sunset Gardens, a retirement home that, despite its poetic name, had all the charm of a forgotten storage facility. The walls were an institutional beige that had long since faded to the color of old coffee stains, and the carpet in the common areas bore the distinct pattern of countless wheelchair tracks. It sat in the shadow of the magnificent Roosevelt Tower, a $500 million residential skyscraper that housed some of New York's most elite families, including the Roosevelts themselves, though they shared no relation to the presidential dynasty beyond their astronomical net worth. Every morning, Margaret would sit by her window, watching the rotation of luxury cars that pulled up to Roosevelt Tower's marble entrance. Black Rolls-Royces, gleaming Maybachs, and sleek Teslas would glide to a stop, disgorging their passengers into the waiting arms of white-gloved doormen. Sometimes she'd catch glimpses of Caroline Roosevelt, the family's youngest daughter, stepping out in outfits that probably cost more than Margaret's annual care expenses. "Another Hermes bag," Margaret would murmur to herself, her arthritis-curved fingers absently stroking the worn leather of her own purse, a birthday gift from 30 years ago. Must be Tuesday. But Margaret wasn't bitter. That wasn't her style. Even after everything that had happened, after the betrayal that had landed her in Sunset Gardens, she maintained the quiet dignity that had characterized her 45 years as the Roosevelt family's head housekeeper. Yes, you read that correctly. Margaret Chen had once been the beating heart of Roosevelt Tower's penthouse, the woman who had raised 3 generations of